Hi, this is Caitlin Duda, the Freshman Transition Program Advisor, and in this video I'm going to show you how to log onto your Towson Online Services and actually use your Student Center to get important information that you'll need to know as a Towson student. So the first thing you need to do is actually log into your Towson Online Services, and you can do this one of two ways. The first way is you can click on My TU up at the top, and then click on this link right here that says Towson Online Services/PeopleSoft. You could also go up top to the link that says Students, click that, and go to the right hand side where it says Towson Online Services again and click that link. Both links will give you the login page right here, so you just want to use your TU username and password. And once you're in the landing page for your Towson Online Services, you then want to click on Self-Service and then your Student Center. So this is really your one-stop shop for everything involving Towson University and student information. So the first thing you'll see is all of your fall courses are not actually listed right here because you're not in Towson University courses. However, next semester when you transition, all of your spring semester courses are going to be listed right here. The first thing I want to point out is this red text right here. This is where the Towson University Registrar's Office will tell you important information involving registration. So there will be specific dates in January, starting in the middle of January, when registration will be closed for all students except the incoming transfer students. So you will be included in that registration closed. So unless you are an incoming transfer student with a transfer orientation appointment that day, you will not be able to register. So it's important to register as soon as you possibly can, and if you need any help in finding classes that work for you, you want to let your advisor or Miss Gamble or me know so we can help you as soon as possible. The next thing I want to talk about are all of these boxes right here, and they're very important. So the first box is the holds box. So you will have at least one hold listed on your student center, and this would be your advising hold. Every semester you will get a new advising hold placed on your account because Towson requires all students to meet with their advisor at least one time before they register for the next semester classes. This is just for your advisor to make sure you're on track, you're not registering for anything you don't necessarily need in order to graduate. You might also have an immunization hold, a bursar's hold, a student account hold. Those last two are particularly important because if you have a bursar's hold or a student account hold, that means you owe Towson some money. Now if it's a bursar's hold, you only owe $200 or less, and that's not going to prevent you from registering, although you want to take care of that as soon as possible. If it's a student account hold, that means you owe Towson more than $200, and they're not going to let you register for any courses for next semester until that balance is paid off. The next box is your to-do list box, and this is for financial aid. So after you've forwarded your FAFSA to Towson University, and we're going to help you kind of move this process along in terms of financial aid and paying for your bills at a later date in our next steps meeting, but just be aware that this box right here is your to-do list box for financial aid. So if you need entrance counseling, if you need to redo something on your FAFSA, this is where the financial aid office is going to put that information. The next important box is the enrollment dates box. So I'm not a Towson student, so I don't really have any information listed here, but if you're on track based on your midterm grades, you will get an update for your enrollment dates that says you get to register on November 25th. Now, if you weren't on track for midterms and you met your transition criteria with your final grades, you're then going to be able to register on the second week in January. We're not sure the specific date yet, but if you just go to your enrollment dates box, you'll be able to see that exact date as soon as we get your final grades. There's going to be a little icon right here that says See Details. If you click that, you'll actually be able to see the specific time when you get to register. And if you're on track for midterms, that's going to be 10:30 in the morning on November 25th. The next thing is the advisor box. So currently you'll see your FYE FTP advisor listed here. But when you transition, you're probably going to get a new advisor and you're going to need to know how to contact them. And just like the enrollment dates box, there's going to be a little thing right here that says see details, and that's how you're going to access their contact information for your advisor to set up appointments, to ask them questions and things like that. The very last thing I want to point out is the finances section right here. So when you transition as a Towson student, you are not going to get a paper bill. All they're going to do is email you with your Towson email account saying your spring semester bill is now available, the due date is this, please go on to your student center and pay your bill. So they're going to give you your account balance, any financial aid that you have, and the remaining balance. So you can go online by either clicking view e-bill or make a payment with your e-bill through your student center. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to touch on for your student center. If you have any questions or concerns, always feel free to contact either me or Ms. Gamble. But the next video, I'm going to cover exactly how to search for classes using your Towson Online Services.